What? What do you want?
If it makes you feel any better, I can't hear your cat yelling.
Okay. I'm just losing my mind.
I have never been able to hear your cat, but I enjoy listening to you shout, "Why are you yelling?" So I've never said anything.
There are no cats.
Gotcha.
Bleeding cats. He's just
There-
losing it.
There's nothing there.
There's
Who's
no
gonna
cat
tell
in
him?
the frame. He's not holding anything.
Who's gonna tell him?
We just gotta keep the delusion going. It's just easier if we just keep pretending like great
Wait.
cat, man.
That's such a cute cat.
Are we back live?
Yes.
Okay.
I love that cat.
All right.
Can someone post the new link? Sorry. My computer
should be
will
the
crash this time,
same.
guys. It is not the same link. This is
And as we do that, I'm going to take over and say, welcome, everybody, to another misadventure. As you can see, it's always a misadventure here, whether we're trying to get our stream going or just talking about non-doms, whatever it may be. Welcome to episode 4 of our Mistwardens Shroud campaign. We are going to go around and do some quick introductions and then jump right into where we left off last time, which was 2 of our players in an alleyway with a serial killer. So, I'm going to start with this time, since I'm looking at the stream, with a stream order instead of like the order I'm seeing on my screen. So I'm going to start with Tobias Boone. Go ahead and introduce yourself and your character.
Hello, my name is Will Pope, William Ryan Pope, if you will. I'm playing Tobias Boone, the Sorlock family face of the party. Did we have any questions? Did we have any fun questions, or this we just?
No, not today.
Okay.
We're really pushing it today.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My bad. Whoopsies.
Oh yeah, it is ready to go too. Next we have Rosemary.
Hi, I am Sam, or Swerta. I'm playing Rosemary, the Battlemaster Fighter.
Beautiful. Sully.
Hi, I'm Sully, also known as Ray and Caecity, and I'm playing Sully, the rock gnome paladin.
Yeah.
Olin.
Hello, my name is Taylor. I am playing Olin, the reborn elf Horizon Walker Ranger.
Beautiful. And last but not least, Buster.
Hi, I am Steven, also known as Funk, and I am playing Buster K. Slyfoot, Herringon Twilight Cleric of Home and Hearth.
Beautiful.
Home and hearth.
So,
Great Barrel Home Hearth, you know.
last time we left our adventurers, they had made it to the city of Martira Bay. And they were staying in the guest home of Lady Vachon and her son Armand. 3 of our heroes, Buster, Sully, and Rosemary, stayed at the house to catch some sleep, as it is in the AM hours of the day. 2 of our heroes who need less sleep, Olin and Tobias, went out into the city to try and make some criminal contacts. And in doing so,
We made one.
ended up meeting one of the many serial killers that they've heard dwell inside the city and have been actively murdering those who would dare travel alone at night. And while 2 of our heroes are in an alleyway, they're not the heroes we're going to begin with. As we pivot to the guest house of the Vachons, inside the living room, we see a large couch, 2 large plush chairs in front of a fireplace, burning lightly, heating the room. Each of the couch and the 2 chairs are taken up by one of our characters, Rosemary, sleeping soundly on the couch, Sully curled up on one chair and Buster on the other. I need the three of you to make me perception checks at disadvantage.
I did such a good roll. Holy shit.
Damn!
That must be your specialty.
I didn't
plus
say
one.
it!
Wow.
Sully, you are snoozing away when you're awoken by a whisper.
Oh shit.
Sully. Sully.
Sully's just gonna look around, like, on high alert.
It doesn't take you long because after a moment of kind of like waking up and like you have that kind of groggy sense of when you're first waking up trying to figure out what's going on, you know where the sound's coming from as you look down at your hand.
Oh no.
Sully, time to kill. They're sleeping. Kill them.
Absolutely not.
Rosemary, you can't trust her. Kill her, kill her, kill her, kill her.
Sully's gonna slam one hand over the top of the other one, to try to make it quiet and to not wake up the others. Obviously I can't act on this. I'm not gonna attack my teammates.
Sure. As you do that, the voice kind of like mutters a little bit but starts to quiet down. You notice something outside. There's this large mirror that kind of faces the street, or I say mirror, large window in the front of the home that faces out on the street. The curtains are pulled so that only a small portion of the mirror is why do I keep saying mirror? The window is visible. You see a spectral figure made of blue translucent light walk by the window, pause a moment and look inside before moving on.
And this is outside of the window?
Mm-hmm.
Sully's gonna go outside to investigate.
All right, immediately run outside.
Yeah.
You bust through the door. You see this ghostly figure walking down the street. You kind of look up and down the street and you see another, maybe 30 feet behind it, walking
shit.
down, following it. This one takes a moment, stares at you. You see what looks like an old man kind of staring at you with these black eyes.
I probably should have woke y'all up before I just darted out.
And I imagine you just like on the front, there's like a few little steps out there. So I imagine you just like on the front steps of this house, like door open.
Yeah.
And you realize like in a matter of short time that there is almost like a very stretched out parade of these apparitions seeming to march all in the same direction.
Do they seem hostile at all, or are they like doing their own thing?
They do not seem hostile. They seem to be doing their own thing.
Okay, so Sully's gonna quietly close the door behind her and follow the parade.
You're going to do this by yourself? It is
Yeah, they don't
still-
seem hostile.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, that was loud.
I will remind you, of course, you're able to do this, but that you were told not to wander the streets at night by yourself because of the many serial killers that walk amongst the streets here.
Yeah.
You're certainly welcome to ignore that advice and do what you would like.
In my head, Sully's like very curious and not thinking about consequences right now. Much like her character trait, like if there is a plan, I will forget it, and if I don't forget it, I will ignore it. She's just gonna follow this trail of ghosts without paying attention to anything else.
Hey, I
All
mean, we didn't go out alone either, and we still got serial killered. So
Speaking of, as we see Sully march out into the foggy night following this trail of apparitions, we pivot back to an alleyway deep in the city. We see the exit of this alleyway covered in a thick, dense web. Tobias Boone and Olin standing before it. Or I should say, it's with their back to this web on the outside of the alley, looking for the sound of the voice that just spoke to them. Spiders crawl along the edges of this alleyway. The stone cobblestones are dirty, broken, and small spiders kind of make their ways through the various kind of bricks and mortar. The voice speaks again, and you hear a sound on the roofs above you as something scrambles. I'm the spider. Did you come out to feed my children?
Actually, we just came out here just to meet some new friends. Do you want to be one of them?
I'd love to be a friend.
Great. My name's Tobias. What's your name?
And I need you all to give me, or the two of you, I should say, to give me initiative rolls.
Okay. Oh, here we go. Ooh, 14. Oh, look at us going the same time.
wow.
Oh, wow.
Why is my dex not added to this?
Where?
It's not?
Mine should be 14.18.
Oh, is the tiebreaker on for your settings?
No.
It's in the cog.
How
Middle
many
column.
Things can go
On the top.
wrong tonight.
It's in the middle one. Attribute options.
Attribute options. Add dex tiebreaker. Okay, there we go. Spider rolled a 1. What a loser.
Sucker.
All right. Beautiful.
Ow.
Spoidus.
So,
Remember the last time we dealt with swarms? Remember what happened?
the spiders around the edge of the alley begin gathering, swarming around your feet. Hundreds and hundreds of them. As they begin crawling and swarming over Olin, finding the spaces, or trying to, between your armor, trying to pierce your otherworldly flesh.
My otherworldly flesh?
Yes. And you can kind of like, they're kind of like going up your legs and like thighs right now, and right now they're not. You can like feel them, trying to like find places to bite at you, but they can't quite make it through. Olin, as these spiders begin crawling all over you, what would you like to do?
So where's the spider at?
You have heard movement on the roof above you, but you do not see any figure currently.
And how high up is the roof?
It's about 20 feet.
20 feet? Okay.
Well, actually, I'll say they're like, because you guys are in like the low town area, so I'll say they're like 12 feet tall here.
Cool. Let's see here. I think I could do So I'm going to use my last use of my ghost step tattoo for the day, and go incorporeal.
Well, the spider is
Um,
just falling off of you.
And then I would like to climb one of the roofs, onto one of the roofs.
All right. Do you don't float when you're incorporeal or anything, right?
No. I'm just like a kind of see-through looking
Okay.
guy.
There's enough like little handholds and stuff to get to this top pretty easily. Give me just like a DC 10 athletics check.
I was gonna say I'm almost 7 feet tall. I'm more than half as tall as these buildings. So, did you say athletics?
Yes. Sully, will you also roll me initiative, please?
Nope. I can't do it. It's too slippery.
Okay. Yeah, you begin to like climb up, and like as soon as you kind of like go to put your hands down, there's dozens of spiders like on the handholds, you realize, and it kind of like catches you off guard a little bit, preventing you from climbing up this turn. Is there anything else you would like to do?
Let me make sure.
Following your lead, Olin.
My initiative pop up because I got an error on my turn or on my side.
Yeah, I think you've just remember to click your token before you press it.
Oh,
I'll go ahead and add. You don't have to do that now, but for next time.
okay.
How far are we from the Vashon apartment? Spitball.
I mean, a couple of blocks.
How far is that? How far is that in feet?
Probably what? 300 feet, 400 feet, maybe?
Depending on how big the blocks are, anywhere from 300 to 500 to 700.
Would-
Depending on
Is
the
it New
blocks.
York block or is this
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll
if it's
s-
New
you'll
York
s-
blocks. Then
We'll say it's like 300 feet or something.
Cool. I'm going to use my horn of silent alarm and blow it with the intent of Buster hearing it.
got those big ears, man?
mm-hmm.
What is
So-
that? Fun.
One choice. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and
So-
tell us what the horn does.
The Horn of Silent Alarm, when you use an action to blow it, one creature of your choice can hear the horn's blare, provided the creature is within 600 feet of the horn and not deafened. No other creature hears sound coming from the horn. The horn regains 1d4 expended charges daily at dawn. So it is literally a silent alarm, which I would assume we have probably as a group talked about it being an oh shit button, right?
Yeah. So I think, Buster, you awake hearing this sound of this alarm echoing in your ears. You can go ahead and roll me initiative as well,
Sure.
though you are some distance away still.
Am I close?
You are closer than the others, because time-wise, I think you've been following these ghosts for a little bit by the time this encounter has happened. So you're definitely closer than the others.
I'm trying to think. Do I get the impression I would be safer on the other side of the web? Probably.
Yeah, the other side of the web is like, the open street, so it's kind of like wider, less cover. And theoretically, like if there are people out, they'd be more likely to be out there.
Okay, I will ghostily walk through the web
Nice, yeah. So you just kind of, as you're incorporeal,
since I couldn't climb up the roof.
which I don't know if I've mentioned, but I definitely always imagine it like the dudes from Matrix 2, the like twins. So yeah, going incorporeal, your hair kind of like up messy. I don't know if that's how it actually looks, but you walk through the web with ease.
I think because I have advantage and I add my proficiency to my advantage. I don't think I don't think the API likes that. Because I click my token and I hit initiative and it gave me a little type error. But...
Yeah, the API might be. I might need to reset the API too. You can go ahead and roll initiative, and I'll just add you manually.
No, I'd like click token, click initiative button gives me type
Oh,
error.
click off your token and roll initiative.
Oh, gotcha.
How do you click on your token?
I can't even roll initiative at all.
Turn
How
off
do you click?
your proficiency thing, maybe.
Yeah, or just do a dexterity and just go and add
Just
your.
roll dex and add your stuff.
Yeah.
And while I am walking out of the web, I don't want to like go that far. I kind of want to look at the web and see if I can see the like important points that if I needed to like cut it or something, I could.
Oh, refreshing.
Just as like just as some little some set dressing for you.
Right on. So you kind of phase through. Beautiful. Tobias, you hear more shuffling above.
Can I pinpoint where the spider is?
Give me a perception check.
Oh, there it goes. No. That was so close. 6, so probably not.
Yeah, you can't. You can tell that it's on. It's obviously like above you, but you can't tell where exactly it is above you.
Owen, you can't see that thing, can you?
No, I can't.
Are we staying or are we going? Which one do we want to do? Teach him a lesson or go take a nap?
I don't know. He seems kind of fun to me.
Very true.
Also,
yes.
he just kind of like gestures at the horn.
Ah, I see. Well, all right. Let's enjoy it. How high up is the building, and to where I think the spider is?
It's about 12 feet up.
I'm gonna try to climb up first with my movement to see if I can do that.
Okay, go ahead and give me an athletics check.
Okay. Natural 20.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, Tobias, you easily scale the building. Just for my own point of reference, you have a building to your left, you have a building to your right. Which one are you scaling?
Which side does it sound like the spider's coming from more so?
You have no idea. The sounds were
No
like
idea?
echoing through the alley. Yeah.
I'll do the left side because it's spider wall, alley, and building, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Olin's back here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna come up to the left side.
Beautiful. You climb up to the left and come almost immediately face to face with a creature. You see it has a almost like a human eyes and like the top half of its face with like smattering of hair. The bottom of its mouth comes out in a set of jawed mandibles that it stares at you with these two like large dark eyes, and its skin looks like it is it almost looks like hide a little bit. And you can kind of like see random spiders like climbing all over this creature, and you also notice it has two kind of like large front arms that kind of dangle in front of it. It's hunched over a little bit, or otherwise it would probably be taller than you. It also has what looks like extra limbs growing from its back. That it appears to be kind of like it's not really walking as much on its like main front legs. You see it's like raised up a little bit, walking on these like legs that are coming out of the creature's back. giving it a spider-like appearance.
Well, as I hop up there and I see it, I look it directly now. I say, well, "Hello there," and knowing that Olin has called for help, I'm gonna look at the spider and say, "You ever played whack-a-mole?" And I'm going to quicken a spell and cast Mirror Image. And you just see 3 shadow figures shoot straight up from my own shadow that all form into me. And I'm also going to cast Armor of Agathis at a 1st level.
All right. What does that look like?
My armor of Agathis, it fills in all of my, so it turns my breastplate. It covers up my breastplate and frosts it, but also it looks like it adds full plate armor to the rest of my body, and it also does that on the mirror images as well.
Beautiful. All right.
Well, let's play.
It is the spider's turn. The creature turns its head sideways, eyeing you, seeming to like try and process your words. The itsy bitsy spider went to hunt a meal. And you see it reach out, darting forward with its mandibles to bite into you.
Okay, it's got to roll.
Oh, yeah.
D20. What is that?
So I think that means that it attacks one of your shadows.
Have the 3 degrees. Six.
If you have it.
Yes. So that does hit one of my duplicates, and it has to roll. Are you going to keep the roll? So 20 would hit because it's they have a 12 AC.
Let's roll a 6 or higher. Change the attack target to a duplicate of 2. So let's roll an 8 or higher. Okay.
I guess I have to do the D20 now. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, you can go ahead and do that. We don't have to take my 8.
Wait, what? 3. So it does hit me.
Yeah.
So shield.
Okay. So you're gonna cast shield to prevent the damage. Beautiful. What does that raise your AC to? 23.
23.
Tries to bite into you, hitting the magic of your shield, preventing it. You can tell the creature's frustrated, so it lashes out with its claws. Does nothing. You can see the creature is like kind of flustered by having it. It gives you this angry look. This almost like saliva seeming to drip from its mandibles. It says, "Then came the food with blood and flesh to peel." Buster, it is your turn. You're awake in the manor house. You look around, you see Sully's gone. Rosemary sleeping on the couch.
Rosemary, wake up. Wake up. I shout louder than I can with a child next door. I'm throwing on my armor and I say, Olin has hollered. He is blown holler horn. There is hootenanny. We must go. It came from... Am I able to tell generally what direction it came from?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh
essentially,
gosh! All right, let me get my sword.
Come, we must go. I don't think I took off my armor, and I just kind of slept in it, seeing as how it's like the mithril, and I assume it'd be more comfortable than normal ass full plate, and like I don't trust anything here yet. So I'm bounding out. I open up the door, I jump up, put myself on, bound out the door, look out the door. Do I see Sully still? Has she marched off already?
I think she's a little too far for you to see at this point, but you do see the same apparitions that Sully has been following, like in this little parade, slowly moving past you. You see these ghosts walking the street.
I'm going to hold my action to sprint with Rosemary once she gets up and out the door, so that we are at least together. But my movement and action are to be used to get going.
Should I roll?
Yeah, go ahead and roll initiative for me.
But that's effectively my turn. I don't think there's the. You are always very heavy sleeper. When you wake up, come on. Okay, here's your shield. Come on, let us go. Let us go.
Wait, this isn't a dream. Oh gosh. Oh.
Not
Jeez
dream.
Beautiful. So Buster, you kind of wake up Rosemary, get ready to dash out. The spiders, for their part, without Olin there. Oh, Olin has moved through the web. And Tobias has climbed up. I think they're climbing after Tobias. So you see, like, Olin, you'll see this kind of like swarm of spiders begins like climbing up various like lines of the web that lead them up and crawling over the edge of the left building, the same building that Tobias climbed over. Tobias, you suddenly, like, facing this creature, feel small legs crawling up your legs and look down to see these spiders swarming.
Okay. Nope.
Roll in.
I don't think that they would try to attack my mirror image if they're crawling on me, so I don't. That's kind of weird.
Oh, that's interesting. Well,
because they wouldn't
Because they
have,
have to
wouldn't
pick
necessarily
which
find
one.
purchase.
Yeah, well, if the mirror images aren't corporeal, then they can't, right?
yeah,
Just scoot through.
I accept them.
I was just curious. Yeah, just curious.
Slowly, you are following these ghosts through the town. You've been following them for several hundred feet.
Oh no.
Oh no.
No, it's the sad
Soundtrack
music.
change.
I don't like this.
No.
The ghosts almost seem to be grouping around you as you follow. They continue their trail, but you've noticed, like, usually there's this distinct distance between them when you're first following them, but that distance seems to be closing where you are, as more and the ghosts seem to be kind of like hovering around you, almost gaining comfort from your position. Give me a quick perception check.
Oh my god! Oh shit!
Could be
You-
worse.
You hear your hand kind of like grumbling a little bit, and it's kind of distracting you from noticing anything else, as your hand's just like, nothing to kill, nothing to kill. Yeah, you continue following the ghosts. Though I think you noticed by now, they all seem to be walking towards one of the town's exits. They all seem to be kind of like marching out of the city. Olin.
That's me. I guess I'm gonna try and climb up the same building that Tobias is on.
Okay.
Let's give this, I guess, another go. Could you be persuaded to let me use acrobatics?
Not for this. There's not really anything to acrobatic.
Can I do like sick wall kicks?
There's
that
no,
acrobatic?
there's very that would be acrobatics, and if you're going from like building to building or something, that might be something to explore. But I feel like you're just kind of like climbing the facade of a building.
Okay. 19.
Easy.
We did it.
Yeah, you reach up almost to like the top of the building, pull yourself up and over, and you see Tobias' feet swarming with spiders, and this strange creature that could be none only than the spider itself, standing in front of him. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna walk up behind the spider and do some serial killer stabbing.
All right.
I'm gonna use bonus action Planar Warrior as well, and I get 2 attacks now, right? Because we're leveled up. I think Planar Warrior just works on the first attack that hits. So, yeah. So let me roll. Dagger. I'm going to assume a 25 hits.
It does with these.
So I walk up behind the spider and say, "You don't look anything like I expected. I'm a big fan." That is 11 force damage on the first hit. And roll again. 22.
Go ahead.
Plus another 8 piercing damage.
Nice. Yeah, you tear into this thing. You tell it it's like you're a fan, and it kind of like looks at you curiously before you stab into it with your dagger. Doing pretty good amount of damage too.
Yeah, not bad for a dagger, right?
Mm-mm. The creature kind of gives like a as it like is taken aback by the wounds you've given it. Anything else for you?
I have a friend who might like to meet you if you make it through this. And that'll be it.
Tobias, Olin's now joined you on the rooftop here. He's weakened the creature a little bit. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna look at the spider in the face and say, "Listen, I really don't like to be surprised at night. It's really not a very nice thing to do." And I'm gonna cast Cause Fear on the swarms and the spider by twinning Cause Fear. So I need a Wisdom saving throw.
What's the DC?
19.
19.
What?
That can't possibly be true.
Ow.
What is it? Proficiency? No, it'd have to be 18.
It's 8 plus proficiency plus modifier.
Oh, 8 plus proficiency.
Oh, did you not read the whole Bloodwell vial?
Oh,
Oh,
no.
it's your +3 for your spells, huh?
Yeah.
Does it raise your DC too?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's disgusting.
Plus 3
Son
plus
of
3
a
plus
gun.
9. That's gross.
Yeah.
That's basically a regular spell at that point.
Yeah, it kind of turns into an attack roll.
Okay. The spell does not seem to have any effect on the swarm of spiders.
Oh.
However, what does the spell look like?
It's so basically just my shadow comes up and like it's the arms of my shadow rings around and comes up and grabs the neck of the creature, and then a slow stream of smoke of darkness starts to go inside of their ears, and makes them have like what's the thing from Harry Potter that turns into your worst fear? A boggart?
Okay.
The
Boggart.
boggart,
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Got
basically
that
like
took
does
in.
that to your brain.
Okay.
Just a little brain boggart.
A brain booger.
You got a little boogie in your brain. Oh no.
Okay. Cool. I love it. Is that your turn?
Yeah, I'm also going to cast Dread Curse on the spider.
Okay.
Which is I'll put it up there.
Beautiful. Rosemary gets up,
Yeah.
Begin- head out the door.
I think she gets to the door and sees what's outside and kind of freezes.
Oh, Buster is missing here.
Oh no.
All right. So
Quick break or
yeah, we'll kind of like come back to y'all on Buster's turn, whether like how
Yeah.
far you're in. Back in the alleyway. The spider. You see its stomach. You see this kind of like the stomach seems to shift and move, and you see what looks almost like a sphincter of some sort on its stomach that suddenly shoots out this webbing towards you, Tobias.
Okay. Is it an attack roll?
It is an attack roll.
Okay. 9, and it has disadvantage. That's for mirror image.
It features a 5 to 6 and you rolled a 12.
Wait a minute.
That destroys one of my mirror images.
Okay, so we see like the webbing, like it shoots out kind of wildly, the web wrapping around like this shadow image of Tobias that suddenly like poofs out of existence through the web as the web kind of like flies off the roof. And the creature runs.
Opportunity attacks. Right?
Yep.
Great.
Oh, from both of us, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Would we have advantage for any reason? Does flanking count? No flanking, right?
Mm-hmm.
27.
That'll hit.
Oh, 15 was almost a 20.
Oh, and that's a critical hit too, because my Dread's curse.
Oh, nice. The 15 will not hit. You can't
Okay.
quite break through the creature's flesh.
Chitinous exterior.
Yeah.
18 slashing damage.
You slash into the creature, opening up a huge gash along the creature's back, blood pouring down as it like begins stepping away with these like actually I think you like hack off like a couple of the spider's like back legs that it is using to like move away from you. And it kind of like howls in pain. Is that all it can do? Yeah, that fear kind of sucks. Okay. So the creature, it takes this wound, and you see it running. It leaps across the alleyway onto the building, across the way. Clearing like an easy 20 feet of alleyway as it begins running.
It's a big jump.
Yeah, so Buster, we're going to rewind a little bit here. On Rosemary's turn, she like got up and walked outside. As soon as she saw the ghosts, she
Just froze. Like all the
She-
color drained from her face. She is low-key shaking, not moving.
Whoa, no. These are little ghosts. Do not be afraid.
Mm-mm,
Spirits,
mm-mm, mm-mm.
please. Jesus Christ, I do not have the right spells for this.
I can't. can't.
How much of a
don't.
with the level up? How much of a redo do we have? Or in terms of like a resource regaining. We didn't take the full rest. Do I have all my spell slots? Do I have my channel divinity? Do I have everything back up?
I will say you have your channel divinity, but not all your spell slots.
Perfect. That's all I need. I will hold. I already did the level up and everything, but I will hold Rosemary's hand and I will cast my channel divinity, placing my Twilight Sanctuary around us. And I will say, these are merely ghosts, apparitions, spirits. I understand there's nothing to be afraid of. I'm right here.
I don't want the ghosts to get me.
They are not going
I
to
don't
touch
want
you.
them to take. No, I can't.
As long as you are here with me, and as long as we are together, they are not going to touch you. And if they do, I will make them wish that they stayed in their sodden little grave. Do not worry. They will not touch you. And we really must run, because I do not know where the Chuckle Fox have gone. There were 5 people in this apartment not 30 minutes ago.
Chuckle Fox. I love it.
Well, you know, I still have a bit of an issue with the group name, but okay.
This is loving term of endearment. Really though, we must go. Like, I understand. You must. You are.
They won't get me.
They will not touch
They
you.
won't.
Absolutely not.
They
There will
can't
be
get me.
one day where I will take you to Black Parade and you will see this as a good thing. But today we will walk through it and find our friends. Do not worry.
I think she has like a death grip on your hand as she is keeping you close, still shaking, trying hard not to look.
Just stay in. You see radius of circle. You see as far around as we are. Do not worry. They cannot enter. They cannot hurt you. They cannot scare you. And if they do, I have more tools.
They can't take over.
They will never take over.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
And at the beginning of your turn, you can use the sanctuary to either give you HP or to remove any fear or charm effect. So it will embolden you.
That's the only reason she's able to move forward at the moment.
And I will use that effectively as my action and movement coaxing down to be like, it's okay.
Yeah.
We're okay.
Beautiful. The swarm of spiders, though their master seems to be in retreat, continues their swarm.
I got bad swarm memories.
I know.
That'll be a 22, Tobias.
Yeah, I'll take the hit. Holy
They're going to do 16 piercing damage. We can ignore the crit.
They take 5 cold damage.
All right.
Well,
Where am I? Am I like within range of all this now?
I'll tell you on your turn.
Okay, but I have a reaction, and that's why I'm asking.
You can't see what is happening to Tobias.
Okay.
Yeah, so they just kind of like continue. They move up, like crawling over your shoulders, finding purchase on your face and neck, as they begin like biting in several different spots across you.
yeah. Can you see like some of the spiders just drop over from like being frozen?
Yeah, you see definitely like as your armor of Agathis kind of like almost imagine like steam coming off as like several of the insects kind of like freeze up and fall down after attempting to bite you. Slowly, you're walking through the street, several ghosts around you. You hear a thud on the rooftop beside you as you see a creature silhouetted against the night sky. arachnid-like legs growing out of its back, long, oversized arms, as it seems to be running across the rooftop. What do you do?
Is it within range for me to throw a javelin?
You could, yeah.
That's terrifying to just suddenly see a spider on a rooftop. That's
That would probably be my first reaction. Is if I had a javelin, I would throw it at him.
yeah.
So it's just like, ah, ah.
Yeah, straight up.
I don't know. I'm trying to think. Is there another building? Does it look like it's gonna jump on another building across from me, or is that the last building and it's gonna fall down on me?
So, you are kind of like walking along the main street. It looks like it is running parallel to you across buildings. So it'll kind of run past you across like a building that you've already passed, basically.
And are they chasing it?
You don't see them.
Oh.
All you see is a spider creature running. Well, actually, maybe a perception check.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't see them. All you see is this creature running.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna throw a javelin.
Do it.
No! What? I had one good roll, and ever since they've all been garbage.
Gotta change your color. The little color under your person, just change that. It fixes it every time.
I'm gonna take that advice. I'm changing my color right now.
You know, no wonder Will's been rolling so well. That color's very close to the wreck color.
That's gotta be it.
Let's keep it that way.
Buster's is pretty close to the paranoid color as well.
So my javelin misses.
Parallel
Yeah.
rolls are
Just
really hit and miss.
reading a little bit. Your javelin misses. Your hand is like, yes, kill, not miss, kill. As you kind of like throw the javelin, it kind of cracks against the side of the building.
I guess I'm chasing this spider now.
And I need you to give me a Christmas save.
Charisma save?
Mm-hmm.
That didn't really sound like Christmas save.
It sounded like a Christmas save.
I just click on charisma, right?
Yeah. Or no, sorry. Well, yes, under the saving throws section.
Yeah, so there should be a little box under proficiency bonus that has all of your saving throws.
Above skills.
Right there.
Oh my
Yep,
god.
There it is.
Is that a nat 20? It is.
That is a
That is a
nat
nat
20.
20.
Woo!
Rolled a nat 1 and then a
What
nat
did
20.
I tell you?
Nice. Yeah, so you can kind of like feel your symbiotic friend here trying to like take over a little bit, like trying to like insert your
Wow.
mind and shift it. But in this moment, like you are so focused, you're in this place that's like away from home, you're dealing with ghosts, strange spider creature. Like your symbiote is the furthest thing from your mind, and you easily resist its temptation in this moment.
Woo.
Anything else, Sully?
No.
Olin, you begin noticing along the main road several ghosts seeming to walk almost in a line. Just as a passing note, the spider has now leapt from the to the building across from you, and seems to be running away. You hear the snapping of a javelin hit the side of the building that the creature is running across.
Sully's here.
That's fucked up.
Hey, Sully. You having a good night?
No,
you
not
going?
at all.
How you going, mate?
How you going?
Olin looks at Tobias, says, "You got this."
Oh, I'm gonna have a little bit of fun. Yeah.
Cool. Olin takes off after the spider, and I guess is going to attempt to also make this enormous jump.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go help Sully.
You
Oh.
can give me athletics or acrobatics.
Thanks. It's not like my acrobatics is that much better, but 11.
Ooh. You leap across this alleyway, which is very wide, I should mention, slamming into the side of the building. Give me a quick dex save.
I'm good at those. Sometimes. Can I do... can I Misty Step?
Yeah. As you begin to like slip and fall off the side of this, you want to go ahead and
Yeah.
use your bonus action to Misty Step. I'll allow that.
Just poof.
So I think from Tobias, we just see Olin like leap, slam into the side of the wall, and fail to get purchased and begin to falling before poofing out of existence. What is your Misty? Does your Misty Step literally just look like mist, or does yours have a kind of unique
It's
appearance?
kind of
to it?
like a like an. Have you ever seen the like nebula clouds like out in space? So like it just kind of looks like stardust, kind of poofs into out of existence, and then Olin pops up basically right behind-ish the spider, as close as they can get, in another kind of astral cloud.
Beautiful.
And then I would like to do some stabbing, if it please the court.
Go for it. Kind of close the distance on the rest
Can
of
I
the
yell
scene.
out anything?
Sure.
Oh, and maybe keep him alive. We can have a little bit of fun with him.
Oh, I
But
was
do whatever you
planning on
want.
it. Yeah, so I'll try and go non-lethal, as is possible.
As you stab him.
I can hit him with the butt of the dagger. 23 hits. 5 piercing damage. And 14 doesn't hit, right?
14 does not. You stab into him once. The second time you kind of go in, it slides across like the hide of the creature.
Rain makes your hide slippery. It's a better hunt. That's it. That's the
Yeah,
turn.
I keep forgetting about the rain too. So like everybody's like kind of hair slicked down and puddles on the street.
Everybody looks really hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful. Tobias, spiders crawling all around you. You see Olin chasing after and seeming to be finishing off the spider himself. Itself, what do you want to do?
These spiders are pretty clung on to me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna just sprint at the edge, and as soon as I take the last step, like where there's no more roof, you just see me all the way like right behind the spider, right by Olin. And as I use my Misty Ward. And what that and so when you see that, all you see is just my shadow move forward, and you still see just like an after image of me where I was,
Nice.
because I'm kind of like ethereal in that moment.
Yeah, and we just see kind of like the spiders falling through this kind of shadow version of you before kind of like several of them kind of like falling down the side of the building, others just kind of milling about the rooftop. Go ahead and roll your attack.
Use my Gloom Ripper non-lethally. Correctly.
Ripper.
Gloom Ripper.
Out for a rip, are you, mate?
Rip 'em night.
That'll hit.
That is
Holy shit.
17 damage.
So 17 non-lethal damage.
Non-lethal
All
damage.
right.
I'm just gonna, right before I do that, I'm gonna look it right in the eyes, look the spider right in the eyes, and just say, "Gotta sleep."
All 8 of them.
You see the creature kind of like it's like obviously looks like it's about to crash. It's like wavering its step for just a moment, as if trying to fight it off, and just says, "Itsy bitsy spider," and falls to the ground.
Came the rain and wiped the spider out.
And combat is over. Sully, you see the two of them now on the rooftop. Oh, wait, no, I want the rain.
Olin waves.
The ghosts still like walking in a line, though whenever they get near Sully, they seem to kind of like almost like pause and like hover around. So they are almost kind of like grouping up before they kind of move on from Sully, continuing their little parade. What do y'all want to do?
Would I have any insight into what the ghosts might be doing? Like what they're off to see or do? As an ex-dead elf.
Give me an Arcana check.
I'm proficient in Arcana. 13. I mean, it's okay.
And give me just like a perception check.
Okie dokie. Better at those. 18.
All right. So I don't think Olin has any clear idea. There's lots of reasons ghosts could be walking around. I don't think Olin's ever seen like a parade of them walking, and I don't think he has a clear, or they have a clear idea of what that means or what these ghosts are doing. But I think they know that with that perception check, Olin, you're kind of like tracking these ghosts. They all seem to be walking the same direction out of the city. And you're kind of like looking in the direction that they're going, and you can't really see much beyond like the fog that kind of surrounds the city. But you do notice that the direction they all seem to be going, whether it is coincidence or their ultimate goal, you kind of look up into the sky and you notice that single gold star that was introduced to you as the King's Tear. All of these ghosts seem to be kind of walking in the direction of that star.
I suppose stars are guides to all sorts. That's just like an under the breath kind of
Yeah.
muttering.
I think within like a minute or so of that, your companions, Buster and kind of like holding Rosemary's hand, will kind of catch up to Sully in the street.
We found a serial killer.
Okay,
Yeah, he's pretty
we go
ugly.
back inside. Everything's fine, so we should go back inside.
Rosemary, are you okay?
Can you catch this for us?
Just clinging to Buster's hand. Just,
Okay. I'll carry it.
Yes. My Twilight Sanctuary only lasts a minute.
Oh
but
no.
I keep you distracted the entire time. Just like it is, like I'm leaning on a lot of my knowledge with a toddler, just like distracting. That's like, look at all these windows. All these different houses have different shaped windows. Incredible. Do not pay attention to the fact that there is no longer any magic keeping you from being afraid.
What?
Isn't that door strange?
Well, that is a strange door.
How many
Who
how
built
many
that kind of door?
how many triangular cobblestones can you count as we are walking? Just like trying to
Staring
distract
down
Rosemary
at
all
her
the time.
feet.
Yeah.
Buster, as you kind of step up to the scene, you see, Olin kind of hefting this body of this strange creature, talking about seeing a serial killer, bringing him down. Solely standing in the middle of the road, like the ghosts kind of hovering around her before moving on. And Tobias, like up on the roof, kind of helping Olin out as you're also trying to distract Rosemary. What's going through Buster's head?
Honestly, Buster dearly loves his teammates. If Buster was the kind of person to get angry, he would potentially be a little angry of like, everyone just ran off in a town that the one thing that we know about it is there are serial killers and it is dangerous to be alone. And we're not in fighting shape because we just survived a fire not like an hour and a half ago. We were almost swallowed by the earth in a cart. And I was dreaming that one dream with the two dryads, and it's getting to the good part. And I'm not an angry person, and I'm not gonna get angry with my friends, but like he's thinking like this was potentially very dangerous, and you all look very hot in the rain, but unfortunately there is nothing hot about wet rabbit. So maybe we can go back to apartment and stay in the apartment until sun rises, and we can have meal together and interrogate serial killer that could have waited till tomorrow night, and we can look into ghosts or lack of ghosts or
no ghosts.
no ghosts whatsoever.
No
We can
ghosts.
ask people about said ghosts, and we can, assess it at a different time. Maybe, perhaps. I think
sorry.
that would
I think that's a
Be-
great plan.
be great plan. Let us go back to house.
I'm sorry for blowing the horn. I just didn't know if you were gonna get serial killed or not. So I thought
It
you
was
should
very,
know.
it was very good that you hollered at me, with horn. I imagine we call it. I'm hollering at you
Yeah.
because everything going bad is a hootenanny. So
I thought
finding
we might have
other
another
really southern,
hootenanny on our hands,
yeah,
but
finding other southern anachronisms to follow it up on. Yes, no, I'm glad you hollered. It got us out of house just in case. We did not know what was going to meet us in the road. We would have gotten here faster, but we are here to support just in case, other serial killers want to walk up and make our night difficult. But let us go. Let us head back into the night, into the apartment. Sally, the ghosts are just leave. They will play with you later. Come on.
No ghosts. No ghosts.
No ghost. I mean, a
They can't
guest.
get to us.
The
They can't
the
get to us.
guesses.
Buster
She's
said
playing
they
with.
can't.
She's playing with guesses. The oatmeal, and Buster's tail raises and a couple of pellets fall out. See, guess. He poops on rabbit command.
Sully, how do you respond to this? Because you were kind of like just following these ghosts before all of a sudden you're bumping into your friends.
Yeah. Kind of confused, I guess I would say. Because this giant spider came out of nowhere and then all of a sudden everybody's here and she was just following ghosts. Because there was a long line of them. Why? Why can't I follow the ghosts?
there are no ghosts, I think.
There's
Is-
no ghosts. They can't be ghosts. Buster said the ghosts can't get me.
They're
But
just
I see them right
No.
here.
But if you were following ghosts, then maybe we shouldn't follow ghosts because you do not know these ghosts that don't exist. These ghosts are all lining up to walk into mists if they existed. And also, what is fascination with standing in line that you do not know what it is going to? This happens every now and then. You just stand in line. I wonder what this line is for, but they're waiting for something. Like, they do not need to wait in line with ghosts and walk in parade with ghosts that do not exist. And I'm like mentioning over to like Rosemary staring at the ground, just like, help me out
She
here.
look-
Like, come on.
She's so close to breaking.
We are good. No ghosts. No ghosts whatsoever. Like pleading with my eyes.
I will say, like, as all of you are kind of like grouping up having this conversation, the ghosts are like stopping and lingering for longer and gathering in like a larger group the more of you that are gathered together.
All right, I think it's time to go.
yeah.
I'm me and Olin carrying the spider.
Um,
Yeah.
I know this isn't the way that the spell is to be used, but I use like a little combination of thaumaturgy to kind of like make a big noise and also toll the dead with whatever like scraps of power that I still have today. To just like kind of look at the ghosts and be like, get the fuck out of here. Come on, move. Just to kind of like, because I don't have turn undead or anything, but kind of combining, making my voice scarier with tolling the dead, or just like making a spiritual noise to call in the dead. I don't know. And I get the ghosts to fuck off.
I have to say, I wasn't flipping anyone off when I did
Oh.
the subtle flipping off. It was for chat. It was only
Okay.
for chat.
I get it.
Totally fine.
So to your question, Rosemary, at this moment, no.
Okay.
As y'all begin walking back to the house.
Okay.
As we're walking, I want to look every ghost in the eyes.
Jesus. Assert dominance.
I just want to see if I recognize anybody.
Yeah, none of these. There's like some faces that kind of like have a face that's almost familiar. And the ghosts kind of like stop after a little while. The line seems to run out on your way back. But none of them look familiar.
Cool.
I will say, like, as you get back, you're kind of like, Rosemary, you're feeling relieved a little bit, right? Because there's no more ghosts
There's no more
around.
ghosts.
And then the whispers come right before you step through the threshold into the house. As
I
if
can hear
they
the ghost.
wake up, come back. All of the strange echoing whispers, and you're the only one that can hear these. Just for a few moments, as you right before you step into the house.
I think she full on dives through the door and is like curled up, covering her ears and like rocking back and forth. The ghosts, I can hear the ghosts, I can hear them, I can hear them.
I'm gonna.
Can I use my
Alright.
my last spell slot here and cast protection from evil and good on
Yeah.
Rosemary? Whatever things are out there cannot touch you. You will be okay. You have my word. And there's, I guess, some like celestial energy that courses like you. It comes out of the the fingertips of the leather gloves, but you can like feel that there is some sort of like heat coming from within the gloves, but you know that typically Olin is like freezing to the touch, pretty much. But there's like some sort of like this protective magic causes there to radiate some heat just a little bit.
Is there anything that that I know that would like an object or something from Rosemary's past that like calmed her down from like a childhood, like maybe like a doll she can look at, or like a picture she can look at, or something like that, or a painting?
I will say, just as a reminder, you all would know Rosemary doesn't remember her childhood.
Oh yeah, that's right. Was there anything? Is there a
what
painting or
life
anything
before
that,
death
that would
was?
calm her down? That like would be pleasant to her?
I'm trying to think if this has ever happened in front of y'all. How often do the ghosts do this, John?
It's been less and less the more you've traveled. It seems to happen more when you're like near or around your sisters. Um,
Oh,
but even that's become like more infrequent. Just because like you've been running into your sisters, like it's been longer and longer between when you see your sisters, because you've
Yeah.
tracked down more and more of them.
okay. Interesting. Sorry, interesting for me. I think normally just like grounding her, just like, hey, this is what we're doing right now, like what Buster was doing with the distract the toddler, is usually what would work with her.
Before we leveled up, how much HP would you say you had?
I think I was only missing like 6 HP.
So what would you have been at total wise?
Oh, I don't know, because I'm now at 57 and I don't know what
You rolled really well.
I rolled really
You had a
friggin'
10.
well. 30 something. No, not 30. It couldn't have been 30 something. I don't remember. View all chat entries.
Was
Trying
it
to see if
41?
It was 41.
You had 41 max last time?
That doesn't seem right.
What are you trying to angle at?
I had a second level slot left, and I was gonna mention to everyone, be like, scoot back a little bit, and depending on where you're at in HP, I was gonna make you like turn around, and if you needed a little bit of extra guidance, I was gonna bop you on the back of the head with my spoon to like damage you down past the threshold, and then cast sleep at a second level. Just be like, I can help get there to sleep. And then like cast a spell, hopefully that hits your HP threshold. And if not, then maybe the spoon damage will like knock you right down. But like it's 7d8 at second level, which is pretty good, but I could also roll really bad.
Can you do that narratively?
Yeah, just for
I'm
flavor.
fine with that happening.
Yeah. But
Rose,
just for the sake of my, what would I have gotten? 31.
Yeah.
I rolled really bad on the extras.
I'll say Rosemary is like stressed enough that this is like enough to kind of like conk her out.
Yeah.
So you
Can I make
kind
like, can I also make like a minor illusion thing, like the circle thing that hypnotizes people?
Oh sure, like to get her attention, like right as the spell's like slamming in.
When you wake up, you will feel much better. Don't worry. We will watch
Snort.
over you. You'll be fine. Yeah, she's out by the time I begin talking.
I think Olin can't help but feel a little self-conscious because she reacted so strongly to all the ghosts, and so he's feels a little weird about how he's also not really alive. He doesn't. I don't know. He or they cast the spell and then just kind of back off and go to like a out of the way place and let everyone else handle it.
If you make an obvious show of it, Buster will try to reassure you. Like, she has never made this reaction to any time that you turn all ghosty before. whenever you do your ghost step or whatever you call it. This is different. This is much more ingrained of a reaction.
You just hate to see your friends in trouble.
You also hate to see your friends not where you left them when you went to sleep. But you learn to forgive them. This is very important distinction. And now I am going to also go to sleep. And I hope when I wake up, all my friends will be exactly where I put them. Because it is nap time.
Is there- Oh, go ahead.
I'm gonna walk over to Olin. By the way, where do we put? Are we just like putting the spider up?
Just tie him up and
Just tie him up and just
Throw him in a corner.
yeah. I'm gonna go up to Olin. Did you go out somewhere like privately?
no, I just kind of get out of the way. Wherever,
Oh, okay.
just like towards the side of the room, I guess.
I'm gonna go up to you and say, so I think we should take turns tonight watching this guy. Just wake everybody up if he does anything, and just keep him distracted. If he wakes up, I for as strong as I feel like some of my gifts have gotten me, what just happened with Rosemary just reminded me that I don't have anything that can comfort anyone.
Besides your
not a great
charming
feeling when
personality,
you're dead.
of course.
It's just
I understand. Sometimes the gifts that I have feel like a burden. So we all have our struggles, I think. But that's why we make a good team.
yeah. I'm sorry. I just got a little self-conscious there. Night, Ellen. You have a good night, man.
Good night, Tobias. Enjoy your rest. I'll see you in a couple hours.
Each of you finding your own corners of this downstairs to try and get rest, taking watch over the spider as you do so. As each of you close your eyes and find yourselves drifting deep into sleep. And that's when the dreams begin. And that's where we're going to leave off for the night.
I don't like that.
I love dreams and D&D.
I'm scared.
Wow.
I do love dreams in D&D.
Thank you, everybody, for staying and watching episode 4 of Mistwardens Shroud. We're going to be taking a small hiatus over the holidays, but we hope you'll check back with us the very beginning of January. That's when our heroes, our misadventurers, will return, and we'll find out if they continue to thrive, dive, or survive the dread realm of Darkon.
Bye.
Bye.
Don't let the